Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me.
It's jungle out there, disorder and confusion everywhere. No one seems to care. Well, I do. Hey, who's in charge here? It's jungle out there. People think I'm crazy, they worry all the time.
Yeah, they
Pay
do.
attention, you'd be worried too. Better pay attention, or this world we
Everybody
love so
sing it.
much.
Might just kill you. I could be wrong now, but I don't think so.
'Cause there's a jungle out there. There's a jungle out there.
Answer questions, man.
That's right. Thank
I
you
don't answer
all.
questions,
Come on,
man.
come on.
I don't answer
to
questions.
Junkyard News live stream.
I don't answer
The
questions.
world that keeps on pushing me around. Hey, hey, hey. And whoa, back down. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing okay. Let me just jump in the chat here right now and say hi to everybody. What do we got going on here? Of course, we got Tom Wood. Nice to see a mod in here. News Nebraska. Jason, hey, how's it going? Michelle, Tony, Princess and Pirate, Wendy. You love the pig. Hey, Freddie, showing the news. How you doing? First Capital Transparency. Hey, two, what's up, man? Hey, Briggs, oink oink. I like that. What's up, Junkyard? From Brandon. First Capital Transparency. Oh, just bored. Just bored. Don't know if you remember here. I know I don't. I'm not in the studio. I'm in the house. So let me see if I can bring up. I don't want comp cam. How about desktop? There we go. It's a little dark. It's a little dark. We got all the windows shaded, but I'll let you guys see. Hi, just want to wave. But anyways, I don't know if you remember, but back at the barbecue, you may or may not have heard me state that I got a heck of a lot of documents from a public records request I had put in to Orange County Sheriff's Department here in California. I had asked them pretty much since the start of my channel, any emails, memos referencing me or my channel. And I got a few things. I got a lot of them were duplicated, forwarded emails that were duplicated. Of course, I got copies of all my records requests I've ever done. A lot of crap, but it was like 160 pages of documents. So today I thought we'd go through just a couple of them that I found interesting and made me laugh. Just for shits and giggles, you know. So, is anybody interested in reading some dirt? Secret public records. Isn't that an oxymoron? Yeah, you would think so. Secret public records. I don't know. I call them secret because if anybody else had asked for it, they may not have given it up. in regards to me, they may have claimed investigatory exemptions. It's always tough for me to say. I don't know why. Irate's here. Hey, how's it going, Irate? Good to see you. Here's a blurb for you. If anybody in here right now is not subscribed to Irate Productions, you really should. He puts out some really good cop watching videos, and he puts in the work. He goes to Transparent California, and he gets the pay rate of the officers in question, or the you name it. He puts in the work. So if you're not subscribed to Irate, you guys really should hop over there and subscribe to him, because he does. He makes some darn good videos. F Off Productions in the house. A Incorporation Doctrine. Mr. Stark, good to see you in here, man. All right, so what's this all about here? We're going to turn this off here. As I was saying, I got a few public records. Where to start? I guess we could start with the drone. Sure, you guys know I've deep down in my channel, way back, I had bought me a Mavic Pro at one time, and dabbled with it. Did some flybys, some flyovers of certain agencies, things of that nature. Now, this will also show you that, yes, my channel is being watched, so let's everybody take a moment. Before we really get into this, I want everybody to take a moment and just say hi to any Orange County Sheriff deputies or upper management that have decided to watch this live stream. So everybody should just say, hi, hi piggies, or hi Orange County Sheriffs or something in the chat. Feel free to say hi to them, because as I'm going to show you, they do watch my high upper brass. Yeah, they do watch. I do have deputies or employees of Orange County Sheriff's Department that do watch my channel, which leads us into an email that I got. I had done a flyover of, before they moved it. This was quite some time. These emails are from way back, but I had done a flyover, launched from my house, and sent my Mavic Pro a few blocks away to do a flyby of the substation in San Clemente before they moved it. It's on my channel, and there was an email generated from that. So let me see if I can bring that up here. All right, there we go. Now, I didn't show the video. I didn't show the page in question. So we'll just leave it. We'll leave it right there. Let's lock that into place, and I'll bring it up on my screen so I can read it to you. This came from an officer or upper rank. I didn't look on the website and get his classification as it is right now, but from a Mr. Hopkins, right? Sent to Brian Sims regarding drones. And the officer or the employee, public employee, had sent a question. Says, "Sir, it is my understanding that you have knowledge concerning flying drones related to Junkyard News. Who comes to our checkpoints? I was told at the Arson Task Force meeting today that Duke must be," I don't know who Duke is. For all I know, I believe it's possibly a dog, an arson search dog that searches for accelerants and things of that nature. But he says Duke was having issues due to a drone being flown in the area. I was wondering if you had a briefing packet concerning the legality of drones and any potential 148 violations that might be committed during an emergency or an investigation. Thanks. Right there. Investigator Hopkins. Employee or badge number, probably employee number 2398. And at this time, when this was generated, he was stationed at the headquarters in Aliso Viejo Police Services building. So, he got a reply. The reply from Sims was, "We don't have any packets regarding the laws other than what is written within the requirements of the FAA and Part 107 licensing. Joe citizens don't typically comply with Part 107. Junkyard News," is that an M or an N? I don't know. I took my name out and I put that in there. I might have typoed it. Junkyard News would, since he is posting on social media and getting paid, which makes him a commercial pilot per Part 107. I don't know about that one. Okay, I'm not saying whether or not I do or I don't. That's up to them to investigate if they want to investigate that. But just so you know, just the fact that I have uploaded drone videos and YouTube monetizes them, I don't think that classifies me as a commercial pilot. But in any event, it's interesting how they were fishing at that time. It just shows that they were watching and fishing. So what do you guys, that's the first one. What do you guys think about that? Huh? Yeah, exactly. Spy team. I don't think so. I'm not confirming or denying. Hey, Furry Potato News. Not confirming or denying on this live stream whether I do have a commercial license under the FAA. I can tell you right now, though, I did sell my drone, so I no longer have it. I did sell it, and I got a really pretty good deal selling it too. So there's the first one we can talk about. What do you guys think about them fishing for a 148 violation? I'll tell you that San Clemente, I don't know, a year to 2 years ago, I don't know if they were pushed by Orange County sheriffs because of me, but San Clemente did enact an ordinance in their bylaws or whatever for the city that did make it an offense to fly your drone over public servants doing their job or their investigations in an emergency and stuff like that. So hypothetically, if the police were called to an car accident, or they were doing a pedestrian check on somebody that was known to be on probation or something, they technically, if they were sure it was me, or if I had posted a video because I had a drone hovering over them, and it would have to literally be right over them, taking pictures and videos of the stop, they technically could try. Whether or not they'd succeed in court, I don't know, but they could potentially try to go after me for the city ordinance that they enacted. But you know what? That it actually never came up. Here, let's go to let's see what this one is. There we go. Let's see. Here's the next email we'll talk about. Let's see if I can find it on my list of there we go. So this email is back sometime back when I went to San Juan Capistrano, and the San Juan Capistrano Orange County Sheriff's in San Juan Capistrano, they had taken an old barn that was up Ortega Highway, right, and made it an historical building. They brought it downtown San Juan by City Hall, refurbished it, decked it out on the inside, and made a little police substation out of it where they do classes, investigations, stuff like that. All right. Now, I had done a video. I went there, and I walked in, and I asked to speak to someone in charge, and I had my camera in hand. It was recording, and I was wondering. I asked him, "Hey, can I look around? This is, a historic building. Do you mind?" Well, they let me, and they gave me a little tour of the facility. And of course, my camera was rolling, and that is on my YouTube page somewhere. I'm sure in a moment I could always try digging it up, but I don't have it ready. Um, but an email was sent out. We'll start from the bottom up, by Sergeant Aaron Brady, Orange County Sheriff's Department, San Juan Capistrano Police Services, Administrative Sergeant, employee number 5240. Could be a badge number, but I think it's an employee number. And he sent out an email, a blast email, and they even sent it to the Fusion Center that Orange County Sheriffs have set up in the hills. Furry Potato did an actual audit there at one time on the main public thoroughfare. He didn't go up into the forgive me, Furry. She didn't go up into the driveway or anything like that, but she was there, and she did get contact. But that's the 911 dispatch center and fusion center all in one. So yeah, they sent it to the fusion center, and on 9/15/16, for your situational awareness only, about 15-20 hours, the Junkyard News came to San Juan Capistrano Police Services and asked several questions regarding the historical nature of the dance hall building. Thomas was holding a video camera on a tripod and appeared to video record the entire interaction. He may have video recorded the exterior and interior spaces of the building. He was cordial and made no suspicious remarks. It is unknown what, if any, underlying motives he had for this contact. He was dressed in camouflage pants, gray t-shirt, Chiefs hat, wearing a Kansas City Chiefs watch. So yeah, they got me down. And the same day I went to Dana Point and went to the Civic Center Police Services building there. So I got an instant reply from them, and it said, "Hey, he just came to our building videotaping 3 ago." Must have been, I don't know, a little while. Not asking questions yet. It might be like 3 minutes. Took video footage of our parking structure. I spoke to our city personnel about his antics. Maybe just recording for B-roll for future videos, etc. Just a heads up. Thanks, Jeff. So yeah. So it got some traction. They put me on blast throughout the agency, and it did get a reply. The one that was above. Let's see if I can find it here, so I can read it along with you. There we go. It got a reply that said on it, no guided tours. He got a reply from administrative sergeant or whatever, where they didn't like the fact that, I guess, that my video camera was rolling into dance hall, and that I put the for lack of better words, put them on blast, pretty much. Because I did. I got pretty much a full tour of the inside, and I was recording. Well, once that hit my channel and I posted it, I don't think the higher-ups liked that too much, because when the officer sent an email saying, "Hey, he was just here in Dana Point at the parking structure," it got an immediate reply from upper management telling him, "No, you tell your lieutenant no guided or unguided tours inside the substation." And I find it interesting too, because it says we have plainclothes officers seeing if they can find him. Just in case I was still on site, I guess they were going to make contact. I was already gone. I was just there to get some, like he said, some B-roll of the parking structure with the cars parked in it, and any other public employee vehicles that were there for future intros and exit videos, stuff like that. So I had already taken off. But apparently they sent out some plainclothes officers hunting me down while I was there, but they never found me. I was already gone. Because he also replies, also we have Community Emergency Response Team class taught by the Fusion Center crew, OCIAC. I believe that's Fusion Center lingo. To registered students. Tonight we were on week 6. I cleared with city staff that he is not a student and will not be allowed to attend. Class starts at 1800, so we'll be paying attention. Thanks for the heads up. Oh no, Junkyard News might try to get into sneak into a class. Not. I had no idea that they were going to have a class there, which I find it very, very funny. Let me take a second, and I'm going to try to catch up in the chat here. Mr. Stark says, the fact that they imply what your motives might or not be puts you in danger. So yeah, it could. Does he really defend freedom? Do you know what freedom is? What's Pee Wee talking about? I don't know. Let's see here. Hey, James. Good to see you in here. Pee Wee's going off on Joe. Everybody behave yourself in chat. You know, Tom's just itching to time people out. So make sure everybody's staying cordial and nice and following YouTube's community guidelines on comments and chatting. All right. Hey, James. Good to see you. Rising 78. Don't they have anything real to worry about? Oh, yeah. Believe me. I don't know if some of you may or may not recall, but a few years ago I got hit by a taxi in a crosswalk. And while I was laid up and couldn't really be on my feet for too long, I mean, I really started using my Mavic to just do a lot of flybys and stuff like that, looking for police activity in the town, try to get, you know, a bird's eye view for possible drone footage. I found an interesting email in regards to that. Don't know if I don't think I've placed it yet, but let me see if I can find it on here. Here we go. I received this video. It was my First Amendment drone says hello to Orange County Sheriff's Department. I received the video. I wanted to pass this along to you. Not sure of his intentions, but please be aware. It's the same individual who, under false pretenses, got a tour of our D2. That's the dance hall, the San Juan Capistrano that I had mentioned earlier. Somehow I got a tour under false pretenses. I have no idea what pretenses they claim that I got a tour. I asked if I can look around and, you know, take some, you know, pictures and video, and they obliged me. There was no false pretenses. But anyways, and videotaped it, later posted on his YouTube channel. Same individual that likes to attend DUI checkpoints and videotape operations. Please pass it along as you see fit. Stay safe. Selena Corley. All right, and that was sent out to a few people. And the reply by Sims was, thanks. I guess Junkyard News getting hit in a crosswalk by a vehicle didn't stop him from getting out to make videos. FYI, his name is Thomas so-and-so. But isn't that nice? Isn't that nice that Sims would say that? You know, getting hit in a crosswalk by a vehicle, I guess, didn't stop it. You know, isn't stopping him from getting out to make videos. Wow. Interesting. What do you guys think about that? James says, this is the 7th anniversary of the murder of a good friend of mine, Matthew David Stewart, because of an unlawful hearsay warrant and murdering traitors. Gotcha. Stark, I do now. I have sent my documents. I signed my contract with an attorney to handle my case against the city of San Diego and San Diego Police Department for what they did. Yes, so there's an update on that. I don't have a printer or scanner here at home. I had one a while back, but it went down and I got rid of it. I never replaced it. So that's something I'll be looking forward to getting in the future. It's a replacement for it. So what I had to do is I had to download the contract, go over to Kinko's, print it, sign it, put it back on my travel drive, bring it home, plug it into the laptop, and download it and email it to him. So yeah, that got sent to him. So it is official. We are officially executing a civil action against San Diego. And I look forward to it. I do. So, let's see. Where does that leave us here? How about the memo? We can talk about the memos. Let's see. So, we've talked about the fusion center that Orange County Sheriff's Department is operating at the 911 dispatch center, right? Well, city police send info to them too, which I find very interesting. It's not specifically for Orange County Sheriff's Department. It is a fusion center. So I found, through my public records request, email memo that was sent by Huntington Beach, which was sent to the fusion center. And we can go ahead and show part 1 of it here. Let's see here. On 11/24/15 at about 11:15 hours, deputies were dispatched to an area of Crown Valley in Mission Viejo, referencing the Junkyard News, carrying what they call a rifle case, but or what the callers called a rifle case, but we all know it's my tripod case. Deputy contacted the known subject, Thomas, who was carrying a rifle case and a video camera as usual. He was confrontational and challenged the deputies. Oh, so confrontational. I am so confrontational. And challenged the deputies' authority to detain him. Deputies quickly determined the case empty and left the scene. Within 4 hours, he posted the video on YouTube and made a Public Records Act requesting the Sheriff's Department for any and all reports and recordings of the incident. And that's right, that is on my YouTube channel as well. The dash cam, the calls for service. It's labeled Fourth Amendment test, Mission Viejo or something like that. There's actually quite a few videos on that. They shared a link to the YouTube channel, and it says it's a good idea to know the law. Oh, okay, this isn't Huntington Beach, but we'll get to that. It's a good idea to know the law when it comes to this type of call, so you are very confident when dealing with a confrontational subject like the Junkyard News. And this memo they put out was to remind officers of California Penal Code 25850, carrying loaded firearm in public. Peace officers may examine firearms. Yes, there we go. And I've mentioned this to you guys in the past, all right? If the officers or deputies know for sure, okay, if they know that you have a firearm and you're transporting a firearm, California statute law allows them to inspect it to see if it's loaded, unloaded, to see if it's, if you're breaking the law in any way, stuff like that. So it is codified in law that they are allowed, whether it's constitutional or not, is up for debate. Nichols v. Brown touched on it, which is a case, an open carry case here in California, one that I've been monitoring for years now. It's working its way up. Um, 26350, illegal carry of open carry handguns. Now, this all stems also from one Thanksgiving I had adorned my hunting badge, my hunting license, and went for an open carry walk to go up the Ortegs to do some hunting. And that's on my channel too. It's buried way, 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 way back. And I made it public that I was going to do it. I've mentioned it in other live streams. So this partly derives from that as well. But what I find very interesting about this, as I go to the next frame, where upper management or somebody is reminding their officers about what they can hem me up for, or hem somebody up for that's doing the same thing I'm doing. There's one thing that they omit in this memo, okay? And I don't know if it's because the sender was ignorant, the sender didn't care, or the sender was just plain stupid. But one thing that was not included in this memo, and anybody can pause if you want to read it or look it up later, is the fact that the one thing that was not attached to this memo regarding some things to hem me up for was the most important article of all in the law, and that is Section 26366, which they did not inform officers of in their memo. They left it out. Why do you think they left it out? Because they want to get sued, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure they can ask each other that when they watch this video. Section 26366 of the Penal Code does not apply to or affect the open carrying of an unloaded handgun by a licensed hunter while engaged in hunting or while transporting that handgun when going to or returning from that hunting expedition. Okay? So if I want to open carry my sidearm unloaded, walking to my hunting area or walking back from my hunting area, mind you, the law says I can't make any side trips. I have to go straight there, do what I want to do, and go straight back. You can't stop at a store. You can't. No, you can't stop anywhere. You have to go from point A to point B and then point B back to point A. All right. This exemption, of course, was not included, and there's another exemption I didn't get ready, but it also exempts. This has the same writing, the same text under a different section for loaded, for unloaded, for open carry. They've indoctrinated this exemption on all of the penal codes relating to open carry and concealed carry and transporting. They've plastered it everywhere. For some reason, they decided not to include it in that memo, which is very dangerous to people. It is. All right? If you're going to put out a memo to your deputies or officers, you better include everything, including exemptions to that law that you're telling them to hem people up for. Because what's going to happen? Your officers are going to, or your deputies, they're going to screw the pooch. And they're going to stop somebody when they have no legal authority to stop them. So there. Or they're going to try to, arrest them and cite them for open carrying while they're going to their hunting expedition or returning from. And then they're going to get sued for an unlawful stop. So let's see if I can get back. Originally, I was going to talk about the Huntington Beach. Let's see if I can find it. I gotta find which one it is. Bear with me for a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. Blah, 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 blah. That's the HB memo. All right, there it is right there. Let's see here. I don't think I put it on here. All right. We'll add. We can add it. Bear with me. We'll just label that HB. Load. HB memo. Oh, it's a long one. It's going to be hard for you guys to read it. All right. So in regards to the HB, it says, yesterday at 5 p.m., dispatchers saw a 925 male outside our back parking lot. This is when I was at Huntington Beach, and the motorcycle cop came up to me and asked me a couple questions. All right. Outside our back filming marked cars coming in and going out of the station, as well as off-duty personnel. He has a soft rifle case with him, has a lock on it. A motor sergeant, Sergeant Shields, who stands about 6'4". It's interesting how they put the officer's height in there. They like to brag. He's 6'4". Happened to ride out the gate before the call was dispatched. Well, he did. He rode out the gate. He turned. He ended up he flipped a bitch, and he came back. So yeah, he had just gone out. He got in Junkyard News' personal space and basically blocked his camera with his body. Pretty much, yeah, but I don't think it was intentional. Then put the camera right in his face. The sergeant was cordial and asked the guy how he was doing, and Junkyard News replied and put the camera in Shields' face. Again, what is it with them saying if somebody walks up to the camera and I point it at them, all of a sudden I'm putting it in their face? It almost sounds like I'm shoving it in their face. And that's not how it is. Just because I tilt it so you can see their face isn't putting it in their face. They always try to make things sound worse than it actually is. And then on his name tag, and said, okay, your name is Shields. What's your badge number? Shields tells him. Shields says, you know my name. What's yours? Junkyard News says he didn't have to answer that question, or wasn't going to answer that question. Shields asked what was in the case, or told him none of your business, and he wasn't going to open it. Shields says, okay, have a nice day, and rode off. Shields did some research and found these YouTube videos. There are 3, done in parts, of them with your Mission Viejo deputies. So this is Huntington Beach Police sending info to Orange County Sheriff's Department. It's for me, it's very interesting. The guy has hold on. Shields did some research, but Newport Beach. All right, and one of Newport Beach. The guy has a rifle case with his tripod in it and is trying to bait cops into an illegal detention. And you can clearly hear him ask the deputies, what is your articulable reasonable suspicion? And the deputies can't give a solid answer. Yeah, a lot of times they don't. They don't have a solid answer. They continue to explain why they were there, and we would all do the same thing. Junkyard News then says, your job is to uphold the Constitution of the United States before the legislature. I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever said that specific sentence. Somebody's ad-libbing here. Because although I have told officers or deputies that their job is to uphold the Constitution of California and the federal Constitution, I've never actually said before the legislature. So that's an ad lib right there. So he knows exactly what he can do and can't do, and what officers can do and can't do. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm coughing. He's putting all of his videos on YouTube. Apparently, he just got Laguna Beach last week or so. He's filing lawsuits for violations of his constitutional rights. Other than the San Diego incident, I have never filed a lawsuit against a police department or a sheriff's department for possibly violating my rights, whether it's an illegal detainment if I feel it is or whatever. All right, Carlsbad came close. Carlsbad came close. And if the statute of limitations isn't gone, I still may. I mean, I have 2 years from the date of my complaint. The date of my, I did put in a claim with the city, which was rejected, but I pretty much let it go. But I believe I'm still within the statute of limitations, so I may just, depending on how the San Diego thing works out, I may just have my new attorney look into that as well. But no, I have never, other than this San Diego, which still hasn't been filed yet, grant you, never sued a city or police station or sheriff's department for civil rights violations. No, never. So where they got that, that's just another ad lib. Just another ad lib. Let's scroll this up here to the next part. I'll continue to read because I like the reading. All right. It says he has a drone too. Oh my God, he's got a drone, and flew it over your Saddleback station. Oh, Lordy help us! Lordy help us! Deputies confronted him and told him it was unlawful to fly over the substation, but could not give any specific law when he asked. He's suing for that, is what I've heard. No, I didn't sue for that. I filed a complaint, which was sustained by the department, and they said they would retrain. Boilerplate letter that you get. The only regulation for drones is they can't be flown over helipads or in an area of aircraft landing facilities. Depending on the time of day and where the guy is when he tries to bait officers, there's that word again, bait officers, into an illegal detention because of his rifle case, which he has a tripod in, by the way, there may or may not be enough to detain him. Now remember, PC 626.9 is a gun-free school zone law which prohibits possession of a firearm within 1,000 feet of a school, and for us, he was within that zone. But no one saw a gun. Well, of course they didn't. I didn't have a gun. I had a tripod. People are calling because of the case. We had a briefing discussion on how far we would go with what we had, knowing who the guy is and what he's trying to do. The consensus was to walk away from the platform. To detain him was not worth what he was trying to do, but there could have been enough in our situation. A man standing outside a police department and a school, with the increase in assaults on officers and school shootings, oh my gosh, would have probably been enough to at least physically squeeze the outside of the soft case to determine if it had a gun or not. He has said in his videos that he will not fight. He's looking for money. I think if officers approach him and immediately identify him by name, assess what they have, and then just walk away if applicable, he will probably just leave. Just an FYI, if he shows up in Yorba Linda. Funny, because I think I made mention of possibly visiting Yorba Linda in the near future. So it's just funny that they had mentioned that way back then. And then it posts links to a couple videos. So, yeah. What do you think about that? Did you guys know I'm baiting cops for lawsuits? Did you know that's what I'm doing? No. No, 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 no. All I'm doing is gathering content for my subscribers. Investigatory investigations. Instigative reporter. Whatever you want to call it. All I'm doing is putting myself out there to see if they do things the right way. In my opinion. And my viewers' opinion. And what the law says. That's it. I don't want to sue cops. I don't want them to violate my rights. It's up to them. I'm just there to document the interaction and then publish it for you, my viewers, good or bad. So, James Bond says the gun-free school zone laws treason also set up. Yes, they do. Gun-free zones are nothing but free killing zones. They are. They're sitting ducks, all right? Fish in a barrel. It's just the stupidity at work to think that just because you make a law saying that, you can't have firearms on campuses, and then you have all these mass shootings at school, whether or not they're real, I'm not going to go into right now, but yeah, there were laws like this already. Did that stop people from doing it? No. No, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. That's it. Briggs, junkyard is a secret shopper. Yeah, pretty much. It's not such a secret anymore, is it? They kind of bring it on themselves most of the time. Hold them accountable. You do good work. Hey, thanks, Keeper. Cops are stupid. Patrick says, here's an idea. Pigs treat everyone like they have a camera on you at all times. Yeah, pretty much. Should be. But some officers don't even care. Don't even care. I saw a video. I'm surprised. Somebody on YouTube, I think it might have been, was it California? I don't know. Somebody posted a video that I actually watched. Some guy didn't stop at a stop sign right down the street from his house. He's like a 20-year-old or 21-year-old kid, and lives with his grandma or whatever. But anyways, the cops tried to light him up. He didn't stop right away because his house was right down the street where he lives. So he pulls into the driveway of grandma's house, gets out of the car, and the cops stop at the on the street. There's like 3 cop cars, and they're pointing guns at the kid. Like he tried to evade them or something. No, he just, instead of pulling over on the street, pulled into grandma's driveway. And so you have 3 squad cars, 5 or 6 officers, all pointing guns at him. And this African-American youth lays down on the ground, puts his hands up, and begs with them, put your guns away. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Put your guns away. I don't have anything. I'm not doing anything. It's okay. And, of course, neighbors whip out their cell phones and start recording. And they're screaming at the cops to put their guns, put your guns away, 90-year-old grandma comes out of the house and literally shields her grandson from these officers who won't put their guns away. And when they finally grow a set of cojones and walk up to the kid and start like handcuffing him, grandma falls. I don't know if she purposely fell or got pushed, but she lands on top of the grandson like to shield him. 90-year-old woman doesn't want her grandson to get killed or beaten up by cops. Yeah, it was a great video. So let's see what's up in chats. NC Tyrant Header. Hey, how's it going, NC? Good to see you. I don't know. Have I pretty much, I think I've pretty much finished this first public records video. So, yeah. Well, we'll dig out some more for the next time we discuss this. I just thought some of you might get a kick out of some of these emails of Orange County sheriffs yakking about the junkyard news. At one time, this was a couple years ago, but at one time they were fishing on a way to legally detain me and bust me for my tripod case videos. I also find it interesting that I found out that the Huntington Beach Police Department sends information to the Orange County Sheriff's Fusion Center and Orange County upper management. James, can you give me a wrench so I can link the file? Yeah, I'll give you a wrench, James. No worries, man. Hold on 1 second. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. You should now have a wrench, James. Type something so we can see your blue status. Ohio. What's up, Junkyard News? Much respect from Akron, Ohio. All right, James. What do you want everybody to listen to? Norma, good job, Junkyard. The blood pressure of all the cops watching just hit the red zone. Probably. Probably. There's more. There's more emails I'm still going through. Um, those are some of the more juicy ones. But we'll do another live stream chat um, about some more at a later time. I just was bored and wanted an excuse to come say hi to everybody. All right. Let's see what James wanted to post here in the Dropbox. What? I gotta sign up? What if I don't want to sign up, James? What if I don't want to sign? Oh, I don't have to, I guess.
What I wanted to talk about tonight, Jack, was, and I don't know if we talked about this. I may have sent.
It's labeled "A man cannot own a firearm." That's an interesting headline there. Legal researchers from Idaho expose all this on ARP years ago. Should we listen to it while we chat? Probably could. Hold on. I'll probably echo. Let's see. Let me play it.
But it's something that's near and dear to our heart.
Can you guys hear that?
Something that it's reaching the boiling point.
Tell me if you can hear it.
So to say that more gun laws stop violent crime, it's ridiculous.
Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no.
Push this on the American people to say this is the reason why we want to pass these gun control executive orders, which that's ridiculous in itself.
Alright.
Orders don't apply to the people, it applies to the employees of the federal government.
I hear it in my headset.
Internal use only. And then to say that they're going to bring this to the legislature for these reasons is ridiculous. Then I'm getting
Alright, I'm going to replay it.
out in the West, Canyon County. It's the county next. What I wanted to talk about tonight, Jack, was, and I don't know if we talked about this. I may have sent this to you before, but it's something that's near and dear to our heart, and it's something that it's reaching the boiling point. So to say that more gun laws stop violent crimes, it's ridiculous to even say that. To push this on the American people to say this is the reason why we want to pass these gun control executive orders,
Nitro.
which that's ridiculous in itself. Executive orders don't apply to the people. It applies to the employees of the federal government. And they're for internal use only. And then to say that they're going to bring this to the legislature for these reasons is ridiculous. Then I'm getting out in the West, Canyon County. It's the county next to Ada County, which is where I'm an inhabitant of. Okay? He said, I'm not going to enforce those laws. They pass any gun laws, I'm not even going to enforce them. He flat out came out and said it. I'm not going to enforce it. And a guy in Oregon said the same thing. That's unconstitutional for him to pass an executive order banning some kind of a firearm or weapon.
There's now
ain't
about
gonna
10
happen.
in Oregon, Michael, that jumped on this. About 10.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the lines are being drawn, and it's not in the sand. It's the middle of the street now. The lines are being drawn in the middle of the street. And the question is, which way are the police and the paramilitary police and the National Guard, who should never be here against people, and the military forces under the National Defense Authorization Act to allow the military to operate in this country? You know, they're going to be standing on one side of the line. People are going to be on the other side of the line, and they're going to be looking at their mothers and their sisters and their brothers and their cousins, and they're going to have to decide, am I going to shoot them, or am I going to walk across the line and be on their side against this corrupt, evil government? They're going to have to make the decision. But if
All right.
shooting,
I'm going to stop it.
be like,
I am going to listen to that myself. You posted a link if anybody else wants to go listen to it. That sounds like it'd be an interesting thing. I don't want to republish somebody else's stuff. I don't want to get hit with any type of copyright crap or anything like that. But that does sound like an interesting show to listen to, so I'm going to leave that tab open. Thanks for posting it. We'll give it a listen at a later time. It was an episode on the American Reconstruction Project with Mike Golden, who died a while back. Interesting. All right, so pretty much that's all the emails that I'm going to play today or read to you today. Uh-oh. Guess what time it is?
Oh, have you not heard? It was my understanding that everyone had heard.
Heard what?
Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a word, well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a word, don't you know about the bird?
Right, it's right here.
Bird,
It's right here.
Well, a bird.
It's right here.
Surfing.
Yeah, it's right here. It's right here. I'm doing what I want to do. You have a problem with the First Amendment?
I don't have a problem, but I have a problem with you. Challenge any one of my officers, you're going to go to jail.
Am I challenging?
You heard me.
Am I challenging?
Ooh, that is dark. It's not that bright in here right now in the house. We got all the lights off for the TV. Watching Indiana Jones. They got seen them millions of times, but they've been playing the whole series on TV. All the Indiana Joneses. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. We're almost hit an hour to the first edition of Secrets Exposed. I'm sure there's some other good emails that we're gonna go through there and we're gonna find. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and just wrap it up. Lori, thanks for tuning in and listening to me rant about these emails and read them out to you. Hopefully you got a kick out of them. I did. And everybody else, take care. Until next time, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks again, everybody. Seriously. Love y'all.
Shame on every single one of you deplorable for condoning and donating towards these motherfuckers.
It's jungle out there, disorder and confusion everywhere. No one seems to care. Well, I do. Hey, who's in charge here? It's jungle out there. People think I'm crazy, 'cause I worry all the time. You paid attention, you'd be worried too. You better pay attention, for this world we love so much.
Might just kill you.
I could be wrong now.
But I don't think so.
I don't think so, 'cause there's a jungle out there. There's a jungle out there.
Answer questions, man.
No?
Come on, you know the words.
Questions, man. I don't answer questions.
Love Pump Petty. Girl that keeps on pushing me around. What are you going to do? Are you going to back down?